Judge Stephanie Ganaway-Pasley was once a Charleston County Summary Court judge, and 12 years later, she now wants to be a Charleston County probate judge. In this edition of Quintin's Close-Ups, I speak exclusively with her one-on-one. And be sure to download the free Quintin's Close-Ups app in your Apple or Google Play stores.
Judge Pasley.
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great, actually.
Good.
So great to meet you.
Thank you, same here.
Likewise. Well, let me jump into the obvious. And I know that you are actually running for Charleston County Probate Judge. And I know for 12 years you served in the Charleston County Summary Court as a judge.
I did.
What got you from being a Summary Court judge to now saying, hey, I want to be a probate court judge?
Well, actually, I officially retired in 2016 after serving on the Summary Court bench for over 12 years. It was an honor and a pleasure to serve the citizens of Charleston County for that length of time. After much prayer and much encouragement from supporters and family, I decided to run for a Charleston County Probate Court judge. My desire is to help and serve the citizens in Charleston County in the probate court by way of better caring for the wills and probating the estates of the descendants. My background, I have a master's degree in mental health counseling, which plays a major role in the probate court. My desire is to better care for the loved ones of those who are committed in an involuntary treatment plan, who might suffer with mental illness or an addiction, to get these people into programs through the court system, come up with better programs in the court system, to get people back functioning and to be productive citizens in society. That is my desire. That's what I want to do. And having a background in mental health. And the beauty of the probate court is that I look at it as being the people's court. It is wonderful that the state of South Carolina does not require you to have a law degree to serve as a judge in the probate court. You have to be, the requirement is that you must be at least 21 years old. You must be a registered voter. You must live in the county which you choose to run as a probate court judge, and have a bachelor's degree. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology. I have a master's in counseling with a concentration in mental health counseling. And I'm also a PhD psychology student. Actually, a psychology doctoral candidate. I'm writing my dissertation, and my dissertation is dealing with behavior. I'm also an adjunct psychology professor. So I understand behavior. I understand addiction. I understand assessments. And I understand the laws of the state of South Carolina. And I feel that we can definitely make a change in the probate court.
And it goes on to say this from the flyer here on your Facebook page. It says this: she has decided to run in this upcoming election to more efficiently and effectively help and serve Charleston County citizens in the probate court.
Yes.
So how have the citizens been treated in the probate court in your mind?
Well, in my mind, I have also been a person who has been through the process in probate court. My husband passed away in 2002, Judge Richard Ganaway. And at the time, our son was very young, 7 or 8 years old. It's a very tedious process. It's a process where I wish more information was given prior to his death. If I just knew as a citizen what the restraints were, what the obligations were before he passed away. And this is what I want to do as a probate court judge. I want to make sure that the citizens in Charleston County understand the process. I would like to make the process a friendlier process. I want to make sure that the citizens who suffered through losing a loved one and having to deal with the business side of that relationship after that person passes away, process is not as tedious as it was when I went through the process.
I know when I talked with your other opponent on the Democratic side yesterday, she talked about how she wants to basically incorporate technology into the probate court if she's elected. Where are you with technology in the probate court?
I think technology is good. My main concern, and something new like technology, as you know, this is the world of technology, and where you can communicate with people through technology. But my main concern is really more so than technology, is getting better programs into the court. Technology will be in its proper place. I think that if we can communicate with people by way of sharing information, I'm a hands-on person. I like going out and talking to people. I want to explain to people in person. Through technology, we can send out information, but information doesn't answer questions that you might have at the time. If people are there, people can answer questions at the time that the questions are asked. Right. So I'm more so in tune with getting involved with the community personally. Physically, okay. And having group and town meetings and group meetings, going out into the community, allowing the community to come to us so that we can better serve and help citizens in Charleston County.
You know this more than I do, but there's so much talk right now about the opioid crisis and mental illness here in Charleston and really around the world. What is the state of mental illness and the opioid crisis in your mind?
The state of mental illness and opioid crisis is a situation that has to be addressed. And mental illness and the opioid crisis are two separate issues.
Sure.
When you're dealing with someone with a mental illness, this is something that a person didn't choose to have. It is a condition, and it's a medical condition. With opioid crisis, when people unfortunately choose to make decisions to indulge into drugs, those people are not bad people. These are people who are just simply having some stressors in life, perhaps going through depression. And I think that having that information and understanding how people get caught in situations that they might not necessarily want to be in falls on the fact that that's why it's so important that we have someone in the probate court, in the drug court, that understands addictions. Okay. Someone in the mental health court that understands assessments and behavior concerns that can help address issues to correct problems that faces us.
And let me get back to you once again. Judge Stephanie Ganaway-Pasley, you're a household name here in this town. What else do people want to know about you in your mind?
I am a very caring person. I spoke to a group just the other week who said that, what makes you you? What makes me me is that I was raised in a loving home where I had parents who taught me values, and my moral level of understanding how to care for people were very high, which is one of the reasons I decided to major in psychology. I could have majored in anything that I wanted to major in. I chose psychology. I didn't want to limit myself to a particular area. I wanted to understand the mind. I wanted to understand behavior. So this is why I decided to pursue my PhD in psychology, to further understand minds, behaviors, and attitudes. Again, which fits right into the probate court. For 12 years, I interpreted law. I could have chosen to be a lawyer. I chose not to. Lawyers practice law. Judges interpret the law. For over 12 years, I had lawyers standing before me that practice law while I interpret the law, which makes me very qualified to serve as a probate court judge. And understanding the issues with mental health and having a compassion with people that have mental health illnesses, understanding and compassion with people who have drug addictions, and wanting to reduce the recidivism of citizens in Charleston County who are already incarcerated, that are facing charges, who suffer with mental health and drug abuse, such as adults and juveniles. We want to reduce that. We want to put people in programs and get them back functioning into society.
And from now until June 12th, how will you sprint to the finish line?
We're going to do what we've been doing. We're going to continue to talk. We're going to continue to meet people. We're going to continue to introduce who we are. We're going to continue to take suggestions and advice, and we're going to continue to pray.
Judge Stephanie Ganaway-Pasley, thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate this.
Thank you. I do likewise.
Yeah, thank you.